Yo, my people, CFC, Realist Blue, back with another video, and this is my match review for the Chelsea versus Manchester United match in the Premier League, in which it ended 1-1, late drama, 2 goals in the last 10 minutes of the match. Obviously, I'm just going to talk about the match review. I'm going to tell you, obviously, the key moments from my team and my United supporters over here. They'll talk about respectively about their moments that they found good in the match. But as a whole, the Chelsea team in the first half wasn't the better team. United controlled more of the ball. They was taking the game to us, and we barely had any chances. And even in the second half, it started off that way as well. Well, not even in the second half, because in the second half, prior, Kovacic came on and made it a 4-3-3, which made it better for us, playing better as the first half ended, going into the second half, and then we took more of the game to Manchester United at the first start of the second half, and with the more subs that came on, we grew more and more into the match, and then it just got to the point where it was last minutes of the game, 87th minute. Brozier gets fouled by Scott McTominay in the box, which leads to a penalty, which Jorginho converts. But then obviously, as the game ended 1-1, Casemiro in the 94th minute scored his goal. So yeah, man, the game was level. But if I had to say my point of view on it, is that it was a tough match and we will take the draw, because as good as we didn't play that well, and Man United played better than us for the majority of the match. And even though we did score late and we should feel hard done by, at the end of the day we can look back at it and say that at least we took a point and the unbeaten run is still intact. It's just frustrating because now we haven't beaten these guys in 10 games so in the Premier League, so that's just the frustrating part. But it is what it is. We're still fourth in the table, and at least we can say that Man United didn't beat us. So that's going to be things for my match review. But obviously my Man United supporters, they're going to be telling you through theirs now. Go on, my boys.
First half, it was very clear and obvious domination from United. We were keeping the ball well, we were holding the possession, we were creating better chances. We had that Anthony chance which he kind of scuffed. It's like, right, Ambz was saying he should have outside foot, but it's a shame, man. This is what you get when you have a one-footed player the way he is. He didn't take his chances. Rashford, I feel like Rashford could have attacked way more. Enough times me and Ambz were saying that he should have just kept running, attacked. He just, I don't know, I felt like he wanted it easy. I felt like he just wanted the ball to be placed in front of him so he could run. Like, he didn't want to do any of the dirty work. Eriksen was poor in the first half. Even in the second, well, you'll talk about second half, but first half, the amount of times he could have done it over the top or through ball to Rashford, just didn't do it. Just felt like he was playing very safe. Who else played very safe that game? Anthony played very safe that game, to be honest, as well. Don't know, just said it felt like there was no ambition in the team. Like, even when Sancho, that's what it was. Yeah, Sancho, no ambition. Absolutely, just a safe game. Just passed it back. Didn't really take anyone on. Maybe had that one time, and then even Anthony, maybe apart from the on-goal chance he had that one time where he nutmegged someone. And I even think that might have been second half anyway.
I can't even remember what half it was, but I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, that was it for the first half, really.
For the second half, I would personally say, because of how strong we finished the first half, I felt that we would have came out strong again into the second half like we done against Tottenham, non-stop continuous pressuring, but we didn't. We literally come out, let Chelsea play, sat back, invited them on, and it was absolutely appalling. Eriksen, appalling. I was screaming for him to come off from like the 65th, 70th minute, something like that. He just kept getting the ball and just literally basically turning back, passing, doing these little flicks and skills, and this what I'm saying. I kept saying the man them's doing too much play. That's what it is. It's too much play football. We need to shoot, get forward, shoot and score. There's no point doing all this pass. If when the ball finally needs to go into the box to someone that's going to shoot and score, we can't do it. It don't make sense. So Ericsson, I felt like he should have come off earlier than he did. At the same time, we didn't create enough in the second at all. Definitely nowhere near to how we played in the first. We probably created 3-4 chances, and I would probably say 2 or even 3 of them come from after Chelsea got their goal, because we was thinking, no, there's no way we just played how we've been playing all game basically on them, should have scored at least 1 goal, and then for them to get the weak penalty that it was, and then to not try and come back and at least get a goal so we can draw the match, because we definitely shouldn't have lost, then yeah, that's the reason why they kept creating at the end, and that's why we luckily got that Casemiro goal. And yeah, like, we should have buried them from the first, like Angelo said, and I felt like we just completely went to sleep in the second half and allowed Chelsea to do whatever they felt like they wanted to do.
Well, I hear that still, and like you said, it was a tale of 2 halves. Like you would have just said, that basically in the first half you lot would take the game to us and we just let you, and then the second half the roles are basically reversed. The changes helped. Obviously, us making the changes, I can say about Graham Potter is that the fact that the change that he actually made really worked and changed the game. I feel like once Kovacic came in, you could see that we was getting better, and then bringing on Pulisic and then bringing on Carney and Brozier, that changed the game, because eventually Brozier's the one that obviously got fouled and won us the penalty regardless of how it went. It was a sub that made an impact, and a lot of them have been happening recently when he's made good decisions. So like, I have to say we handled the game well in terms of like getting the result and getting the win, and it's just unfortunate that we couldn't not get the win, but obviously we got the draw, and it's just unfortunate we got the draw, but it is what it is. Man United played better than us for the majority of the game, but it's just the second half, I'd say from like the 50th minute onward, we took the game. So it's just a tale of 2 halves, teams allowing other teams to attack them and just trying to soak up the pressure and try to hit on the break. But it's another game where we draw. It's the 5th game in a row. 5th game in a row, and it's been a draw. So
if it's not 0-0, it's 1-1.
That's all it is. It's not even ever a 2-2. Like,
it's not even just a 1-0. Like, 1-1's a 0. Like,
that's 26 draws. You know, that's 26 draws in the Premier League that we've had. 26.
What else that is? What's that? 24, 25 matches now. Sterling ain't scored against United.
Yeah,
something
24.
Like that.
Yeah.
It was.
But it's manner. I didn't feel like he was going to score today anyway. But
well, to be honest, that chance where he passed it out to Aubameyang was probably his best opportunity to try and get a goal. But it was his first touch that let him down. That's why he felt he had to pass it out wide to Aubameyang. But I felt if he shifted his body weight a little more to the right, he could have outside the footed it with his right. But these are things that different players do.
But it is what it is. But I'll be real, it's just going to be the end of the match review, and we will shortly be uploading the player ratings video. So stay tuned for that. Obviously, it's the end of the Chelsea vs Manchester United thing, but we will be back whenever we play them again, and hopefully I can have these two to join me again as well on the watch along. So
we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
To anyone and everyone that viewed the live stream that's viewing this right now, I appreciate all of you. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat and Facebook for more Chelsea content. I am CFC Redis Blue and I'm out. Peace. Come on Chelsea. Come on Chelsea.
Come on United.
Right, man.